Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this segment is on Girl Scouting. Here in southeastern Wisconsin, Girl Scouting began more than 100 years ago, and today GSWise is more than 37,000 strong. Here to tell us more about the amazing things going on with the Girl Scouts of Southeast Wisconsin is Wendy Dahl. She's a director of product program, and Isabel, who is a Girl Scout senior level. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both for being here. And the 2019 Girl Scout cookie season has officially kicked off, celebrating the largest financial investment in girls annually in the United States. That's a pretty big deal, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah, so people can go ahead and put that New Year's diet a little bit on pause and enjoy some Girl Scout cookies, right?
Absolutely.
It's all about control.
Yeah, just don't eat the whole box at once,
But that's
right?
a whole nother show, yes. So let's talk about really what the Girl Scout cookie season means for this organization.
The Girl Scout program is such a big program where girls learn so many skills. I mean, we don't ever say it's a fundraiser. The girls are learning so much, and it's been so fantastic where I've seen Isabel kind of grow up, and seeing her grow and learn what they do. Just the people skills of like a little kindergartner being able to talk to somebody. I mean, that's a huge skill of being able to do that. But then as they get older, she's like building like her own little business on how to sell the most cookies with teamwork and goal setting and all those kinds of things. And then simple things like even money management, where my 16-year-old daughter still struggles with like making change. Do you know what I mean? But everything that they learn from doing the cookie sale is just, they're lifelong skills that are gonna like help them just succeed in life.
Yes, and I am a former Girl Scout. That's important to mention, and I agree with everything that you're saying. Obviously, a lot is still the same, working for the patches and really meeting goals in order to showcase all that you've learned over the years. So Isabel, being a current member, talk about how Girl Scouting has helped make a difference with you and allowed you to become an effective leader among your peers.
Well, Girl Scouts cookie program has taught me a lot, including our 4 mission words is GRIL, which is go-getter, innovator, risk-taker, and leader. But right now, we're going to talk about the R and the L. I'm a risk-taker because my job is not so ordinary. I'm a soccer referee, which comes with its own challenges, and I've learned my confidence and being my own boss through the Girl Scout cookie program. And I'm also a leader, which is the L, is because I'm a PA at Girl Scout camp, and I've been doing that for the past 3 years, and I've learned lots of people skills from the Girl Scout cookie program, and I learned to work with younger girls and helping them through the Girl Scout cookie program like I did that as well.
Okay, lots of stuff there. And so you said a soccer referee.
Yes.
So you have to be confident when you make calls, regardless what other people thought it was.
Yeah.
You're saying, this is what I saw, right? So Girl Scouting does teach you that as well. So really, I look at goal setting, decision making, money management, and people skills, like you said. These are all things that people in the professional world need every single day. And so for these young ladies and girls to be learning this at an early age, it really does wonders for who they end up being once they reach adulthood.
And they say most successful businesswomen like kind of started out as a Girl Scout, and just that little cookie sale or the cookie program is what really taught them their skills to succeed. And
Wendy, I'm sure you've heard, but you are referred to as the queen of everything Girl Scout cookie. That's what I
don't know if that's a good title or not.
Oh no, it's good, and that's why you're here, because this cookie program, like we said, prepares girls with the business smarts they need to take on the world. So Isabel, what are some of the things that selling the cookies has taught you?
Well, it's taught me a lot of things. It's taught me business skills and also money management and a lot of other things. But money management and business skills are also really important when you get into the real world, because you need to know how to count money. You need to know how to work with other peers in a group. And as long as I've done this in the Girl Scout cookie program, it's taught me to do wonders of things through doing that and learning how to build my confidence and go out in the real world and use those skills.
Yes, and we are so privileged to have a whole table full of cookies here. And really, many of them classics. They've been around since I was a little girl. The Thin Mints, the Caramel Delights, the peanut butter sandwiches, and the shortbread. And I go back so far. I remember when they were referred to by other names. So. But when you talk about setting a goal, I'm interested in knowing, as far as the cookie sale, which I said has just kicked off, what are you hoping to sell, and what's the incentive that you're hoping to get?
Well, I hope to sell around 500 cookies a year.
Wow.
But any really amount counts towards your council and your Girl Scout community, but I attained for 500,000 because, nope. Sorry, 500 because...
Yeah, you scared me for a second. I was like, that's a lot of cookies.
Yeah, 500 because I feel like that's a good level and it's a good milestone for my age to get up there. Even though we are older, it's going to be harder and harder to do these challenges, but I feel that as long as you have a goal out there and you can set it, and then you can reach it.
Absolutely, and that is a philosophy to have in life. So you're going to sell 500 boxes.
Yeah.
Do they still do it where every time you reach a certain mark, you win a prize?
Yes.
Yeah, so what prize are you hoping to walk away with?
I am not into the stuffed animals anymore, but I'm just hoping I can get money towards camp funds so I can go and be that PA again, or just working towards other opportunities, like there's cool trips you can do.
Yeah, and so you mentioned camp, so what's that like?
So camp's an amazing experience. As I'm a PA, as a program aide, and what you do is you're like in a group, or you could be set out at a station, and then you stay with these younger girls, and then you help them do crafts, make them and go to different activities, and do multiple different things within this little, like, almost like your little family. And then you learn to have a bond over this week, and they just end up loving you, and they just like love hanging around you.
Yeah, and so you meet a lot of new friends, and that's important for young ladies of all ages. So really good stuff. Now, we talked about all of the classic cookies that are up here, and there's a new cookie in town, and you're going to tell us all about it.
It's a caramel chocolate chip cookie with a hint of sea salt.
Oh.
It is delicious, but it's a gluten-free cookie, so that's why it's not with our regular lineup. So it's actually $1 more than the other boxes. And I've talked to people that are strictly gluten-free, and they say this is one of the best gluten-free cookies they've ever had. And to be honest, when I tried it, you don't even taste that it's, I don't know if you could taste gluten, but it tasted like a regular cookie.
Yeah.
It's a delicious cookie.
Well, I just think the whole chewy, gluten-free, sprinkled with a hint of sea salt really just makes your mouth water. So, have you had a chance to taste one yet?
I have. It's awesome. That's the words I can
To sum
put
it up in one word, yeah. So it's going to be joining the lineup, and you ladies will start taking orders exactly when?
We started yesterday on Friday, so girls are out with their order cards now. Then also girls that have set up an online account are doing what we call online ordering. So they are sending e-cards to family and friends, and family and friends are ordering through them. And then once the cookies come in mid-February, then we turn into a direct sale where we have cookies in hand that customers can buy. So customers mostly see us out at the grocery stores, what we call our cookie booths. So that's kind of a fun way for a girl to set up her business as well. So starting February 22nd, we're out hopefully at like every grocery store in town and have the little Girl Scout booth set up.
Yeah, so when people see you, they will know what's going on, and I'll go over that again. You're taking orders through January 28th, with cookies being delivered around mid-February, and then there's the National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend, February 22nd through the 24th, and not only will you be in grocery stores all over the city and surrounding areas, also retail, other retail stores as well.
Many, and then a lot of troops do their own thing, so they're in schools and churches, and like my dream is we're everywhere. You know?
Yes. So let's talk about where some of the proceeds from the cookie sales go to really help make a difference in the communities where these young ladies live and play. I talked a little bit earlier about the Girl Scouts in southeastern Wisconsin, donating $20,000 to the Milwaukee County Zoo. That's pretty amazing.
We offered that last year, and we had no idea that it would be this big, but it was so successful. Like you said, at each level, the girls get to choose what they earn at the different levels. Well, we offered a philanthropy option last year, and it was called Help the Herd. So instead of taking, like Isabel said, she doesn't want the stuffed animal anymore, she donated $5 to Help the Herd. So we had 3,500 girls donate, and I had told the zoo, I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe it'll be like $5,000, and we ended up doing $20,000. That many girls were passionate about it. So that's a new thing. We have another philanthropy option this year, and we're actually asking girls to like sponsor another Girl Scout, so that girls that can't afford to go to camp and all that stuff get all the same experiences that all the other girls do. So it's called Be a Sister to Every Girl Scout. We're doing
it
that
gives
this
me
year.
chill bumps. I absolutely love that, and really just being able to hear and be reminded of everything that the Girl Scouts organizations offer is just really heartwarming. So if there's a young lady or a parent out there who's thinking about having their daughter join the Girl Scouts, what would you tell them that you love most about it?
Well, I would tell them it's a great opportunity to be friends with your peers and get closer to them in a way that's not like in school. Like you can learn a lot of different skills within them. You can learn lots of different things like money management, business skills, like I was saying before, and people skills. And those are really important. And even if you're just a little Daisy Scout, it's all right, because you slowly build that confidence up to that level where you can go up to that door and ask them, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? And when you feel that milestone that you finally you were able to do that, you just feel wonderful. And then you continue on and you're like, yeah, I want to keep doing this. It's a fun experience.
Yeah, my little neighbors, they're Girl Scouts, they knock on the door. There's no way I can turn them away. So that really is a great selling point in itself. So looking at your vest, what are you most proud of?
I have a lot of these I like my journey pins. These are really, we started this one is when we were in Savannah, Georgia, which is the birthplace of Girl Scouts. And that trip we were saving up since 3rd grade, and we finally had enough money last year to take that trip, and we did that. And we started our sisterhood journey down there, and we started that while we were in Savannah because, well, that's like where sisterhood began. And that was really an impact, and we really enjoyed that.
And definitely something to be proud of. So if someone's watching and would like to maybe start their own troop, or would have their daughter join a troop, or maybe they want to volunteer, reconnect, donate, whatever the case.
Any of the above.
Where's the website address where they can go to
They
get
can
those
contact
details?
us at GSWISE, so it stands for Girl Scouts Wisconsin Southeast, so gswise.org, and then there's a button on there that says Join Now, and they can find troops, or they can just contact us and find out what kind of different opportunities there are. And if there's a girl that doesn't have a Girl Scout troop at her school, we can find her a troop, or she can even be a Girl Scout independently and still participate in the cookie program like we talked about.
Good stuff. That's gswise.org, or you can call 1-800-565-4475. Thank you both so much for coming by, and I know that you are an inspiration to a lot of young people who may be able to see this program today. Continued success. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Wendy Dahl is the Director of Product Program, and Isabel is a Girl Scout senior level with Girl Scouts of Wisconsin Southeast. Again, you can visit gswise.org, or again call 1-800-565-4475 to find out more about details of anything we've discussed. And that is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, thank you for watching, and I do hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues Milwaukee. Have a great day.